Hello fair people of the internet, and this is going to be the last video that I do for the waste. So after this the waste will be green. And hello to my league, Nefarious Hounds, who still rock. Members of the league get to wear the paw, which is a really cool thing. Don't know why, but it is. Anyway, sorry. Can't apologise enough for my throat. It's a real issue for me at the minute. Anyway, Bibbo'sBurgersSignaturePlates is the collection that we're going to do this time. That is the last part of the Flow of Commerce meta collection, which has included the gold quality booster comms, which I did the last time, even though I didn't pick one up. The Bibbo'sBurgersSignaturePlates, the Wayne Tech watches, and the Big Belly burgers. Even though I didn't pick up one of the Big Belly burgers. Just to let you know, I will be doing some speed runs of these things and hopefully picking them up. I don't care how many times I actually need to go around these places to actually include one in the speed run, but I will pick one of them up in the areas where I've indicated, just to show that they actually do get picked up. Right. Yeah, the area where I am now is Suicide Slums. Anyone can get to this area. It's in Metropolis, which is there. You can see my arrow is right in the bottom corner of Suicide Slums, right near the shipyards. Sorry for the squeaking chair. See, squeaking chair. It is a bit old, the chair, but anyway, what we're going to be doing today, I haven't done this for a while. I'm in the dark now, so it's actually quite cool. Going from there, along, down to there, to this section here, across, there, to there, basically, back round, via the second block in, basically. Once we've done that, there should be some form of the collectible at some point. I don't know if one will appear this time. Hopefully it will. So let's get to it. Right from the off. On top of this section, right in the bottom corner, there can be one on top of here. In point of fact, I actually picked up a collectible, which more than likely won't be that one. It's the Topaz Lane collection. I keep on getting those Topaz Lane collections, even though I'm not actually looking for them. Just to show that there are some collectibles, because I did a pre-run going through here and managed to not get a single one. One can appear, typical, isn't it? One can appear down here. One can also appear under here. This collection is where things start getting a little bit hokey with the locations, because you're going to be needing to go up to roofs and down to ground level, so it's nowhere near as bad as the next one's going to be. I won't be putting the alien technology collection up until tomorrow morning. I'm sorry for people that get this, that may watch this over in America, but well, I might get round to doing it, but seriously guys, that collection is going to need about 3 videos to complete. One can appear down here, which is why I was circling around it. One can also appear, that's a briefing, not a collectible, right by this sentinel, the Lightkeeper Asquith. I picked up my first ever Bibbo's Burgers quality plates or signature plates from right there. So just to show it does actually work. Okay. Right, now we do the fun stuff. One can appear around here, actually right between those two crates. It's not there now, as usual. Okay, now into the shipyards proper, where it actually says on 1 or 2 sites that I've looked at where this collection is actually collected from, which it is. But whenever they give you any kind of location as to where these things are actually collected from, take them with a pinch of salt and go at least 2 blocks further out than the location that they give you. Where it says Metropolis Shipyards, I actually go 2 blocks further away from it just to make sure, and strangely enough, still managed to do the collectibles from there. Now, before in my pre-run, I actually picked one up from here, right in this corner. I've also collected them from on top of these crates here, and at the back of this orange crate here, well, it's brown on my screen here, sorry, on the back of that crate there, right on the ground level. So just be aware of that, as you are aware of everything else. This is also another collectible area. I don't know what it is about Metropolis, but when you get to Metropolis, as I've said before, when doing collectibles, do not under any circumstances go supersonic, because you will miss them. In my pre-run, where I actually did these things, I tried doing these collectibles, going supersonic, trying to spot them, and didn't see one. Don't know why. Can't imagine why. One can appear down there, in the block on the end, usually on the end actually, and I forgot to mention one can actually appear. Just go supersonic a second. Over there, right down just above my head, but it's not there now. Typical. Always check around the dry docks inside them. I'm speeding up now because my time's going to be running short. I've got about 4 or 5 minutes left. No, there's none in there. It's easier to navigate when you're doing the supersonic, but just because it's easier to navigate doesn't mean to say it's actually worthwhile doing. Now, I did say there should be a collectible around there somewhere as well, but it's not. Ah, there it is. See, these ones are getting trickier to find. Not as tricky as the next set will be, but they're getting trickier. Ah, finally! Meatloaf of Steel signature plate. This just points out, great, I actually found it. There we go. Bibbo's Burgers signature plates. Okay, right. They look like rings, not plates to me, but yeah, well, they call them plates, I call them rings. Occasionally, and I do mean very occasionally, one can drop behind any one of those 2 buildings. It hasn't for me for a while, so keep that in mind. Now, collectibles do appear in the ledges, right at the top, but if there are enemy factions around, I don't even try and go near them, because you never know if you're going to get pwned. Okay. And this is another example of a collectible which is slightly glitched, because I'm actually hovering. See, if I tried to get this from the ground, I could possibly just about get it. In fact, no, I can't. I've got to be flying to get it. So, if you're aiming to get the Dresden set at all, and you didn't pick out Flyer when you first started the video game, then I do kind of feel sorry for you, because unless you've got a very, 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 very good friend, you're going to have to go to the marketplace and buy the movement style respec token for about £7.99, well, £7.99. I've not had one that's ever appeared in that dry dock, sorry. So be aware of that. One can actually appear down on the ground level, and around about this sorry, roof, and on this roof as well. I actually found one on my pre-run around here. That green flash was an investigation there. It's not a collectible. Yeah, I did mention before about low population phases and collecting collectibles and exabytes. Investigations and briefings are featured for everyone on the site, so everyone on the server. So if you've got someone in your group that collects an investigation or a briefing, that's it. That briefing will still be available for you. Unfortunately, for collectibles, the question marks, if anyone in a group or anyone of the heroes, if you're villains, damn heroes, or if you're a hero and you've got a villain just appear in front of you that looks like they're going to be searching for your collectible. Point of fact, here's one right now. On ground level. That's actually pretty cool. This is what will happen to your view of it. You won't see that appear, but you will see it disappear. So, if you that's the Science Squad Experiments collectible collection that appears around here. If you know of anyone that is collecting things, try to make sure that your collection timing appears around the time that the server is about to go dark. If you're on the American server, try to do it around about 12 to 11:30 till 12 o'clock. If you're on the UK servers, same time. It will basically mean that you're able to collect a lot more things because, excuse me, there'll be fewer people on the server to actually interrupt your collections. So, aiming to have the most chance of getting any collectible is important. Now, getting these runs, I've heard people say that getting the Bibbo's Burgers Signature Plates collection can take anything from a week to a month. It actually took me 2 days. Just flying around from where I am now over to that. Well, you can't actually see the gas lines that are there, but those 2 blocks in the background have got gas lines. Then over to the dry docks, to the back, to the back, to the dry dock, to this building site, over to that dry dock over there, and back to here in one big circle. About 30 to 40 times, and you might get it in about 2 to 3 days, thereabouts. Again, doing refreshes. You'll need to do refreshes for your things to actually count, which means leaving the area, going to the Hall of Doom, doing that kind of go-ins, doing legend matches, arenas, whatever, and then coming back. But give the area time to refresh. I did that about 6 times doing this collection and got it in 2 days. So there you go. And now we've actually done that, I'm just going to hopefully go into the style section because this collection is the last one for the waist. The waist is now that it'll be green the next time you see it. The waist is now pretty much collected. The next video is pretty much the bane of any Dresden 7 fan's life. It is the Alien Technology Collection. I'm going to need to do a whole setup video for that, so the next time you come and see me, I'll be doing that. Thanks a lot.